Welcome back to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Again, another 5-minute video. And I know I have a lot of birdcage friends out there that like to see bird cages. So I have one here. I'm guessing it's a bird cage. You know, I could be wrong, but we'll just take a wild stab and say that, okay, it is a bird cage. All right. I mean, when they come in and they're super light, chances are bird cage. When they come in and the box is smashed, chances are smashed bird cage. Okay, this, I believe, this came from England. Okay. This was a very unusual bird cage. See the metal little flower thing on the bottom, and it's got the rotating feeders that have fallen off. This comes up, hangs from the ceiling. Well, here's the door. So the door is right here. And here are the rotating feeders right here. It has the feeders. So, you know, that's one way you tell whether the cage is a decorative, in other words, made just for decoration, or if the cage is a real cage. Does it have a door? Does it have feeders? Those are all big indicators. Does it have perches? You know, and this does have all those things. It definitely needs to be cleaned up, but the paint is old. It's got a nice patina to it. It was from an auction in England, and it was just an unusual cage. Because of this here, this little flower design at the bottom, which you don't see very often, only in nicer cages. So that is an English cage, probably, I'm going to guess 1800s. I would say late 1800s. Definitely not 1900s. This is late 1800s. All right. A couple more. Oh, yes. So this was, again, something that just stumped me. This was sold as a bird feeder or a bird waterer, and this doesn't come off, this little top, but it does have this canal here, has some windows here, but you could fill the water in here and you could slide it into a bird cage. I don't know, it could be a porcelain bird cage, and I'm getting ready to do a video on porcelain bird cages, by the way. But because there was American ones and there was Italian ones. So it's very interesting to go through the history of the porcelain bird cage, which goes back really far. But this is a porcelain bird water. Very interesting. I don't know much about it, but again, it'll be fun to try and dig up the history on this or what bird cage this went with. So we'll leave that there. Ah, it looks like a book. Nope, it's not a book. In my never-ending quest to get more things, you know, small animal, like hamster cages, hermit crab, anything insect-wise, or dog grooming. These are magazines, Professional Groomer. So these were basically magazines that went to dog groomers in the 1970 and 1971. So these are 50 years old now. And I don't think there is any magazine for dog groomers anymore. But it's interesting because you could check out the ads and what kind of products were made back then for dog groomers. Whew. Okay, got one more. Oh, this came from Bob Krause, my friend of mine, who wrote the book Turtling. Okay, so I have no idea what he sent me. This is really interesting. I forgot that Bob had sent me a box. I remember this box coming in, but I had no idea. And if you haven't if you hadn't checked out that book called Turtling by Robert Krause, you should check it out because it really talks about his whole life in the pet industry, and in fact, how he got, at the end, sort of got into conservation. So it's pretty interesting. So this is one of the classic turtle bowls that they had in the 60s. The worst thing possible that you could have for a baby turtle, because turtles need to ingest water to take in to swallow their food. And they also need a lot of water because they excrete a lot of waste, so they need a big filtration system. They need UVB lighting. So this was all wrong. And this was from the 50s on through probably the 90s, because a lot of the Chinese importers just wouldn't stop importing these. But these were a bad idea. And again, I've been wanting to do a turtle video, but it's difficult for me because, you know, it was just all wrong. You know, it's not the way you keep turtles. And we breed turtles at ZoomEd. We hatch out over 200 eggs a year. So we're really good at breeding turtles. So that's why Bob and I get along so well, because we're both turtle freaks. So anyways, thank you, Bob, for the turtle bowls. Now I got to segue into like a turtle video. So thanks for that, buddy. But anyways, I hope you have a great time in Florida. I know you're down there now. And I hope to see you soon. And I hope to see you guys next week for the next 5-minute video. Take care. Bye.